We chose to build in Western North Carolina because we had vacationed here and really enjoyed the scenery, the hiking, the art scene, and also the cultural aspects of living in North Carolina. I first saw Livingstone's name and their products on house.com. And there was an amazing house that stuck in my mind, so I knew that this was a builder that we wanted to talk to. The reason that we selected Livingstone to build our home was we had interviewed 3 builders, and we had also discussed this with our realtor, in that we needed somebody that we could really trust because we were building from a different city. And so it was clear after our interview with Livingstone that they had 30 years in the business, they stood by their product, they had a 10-2 warranty on the home, nobody else offered that, and they gave us some really good advice on selecting a lot. And so all of those things ended up cementing the fact that Livingstone was the builder that we felt comfortable using.
One of the great things that helped us during the process was the co-construct product, and being able to see financials, see quotes, interact through the app, but also directly with our building manager. They were very responsive, and so we were able to collaborate with them, usually daily, which I think shows in the finished product.
We completely understood why they were selected as Home Builder of the Year based on their processes and the finished products that they produced, as well as the people that work there.
It was a pleasure, actually. The people that we worked with understood our vision. They were very collaborative and amenable to anything we had to propose. They also weren't afraid to push back with some of our suggestions, because some of them wouldn't have maybe lasted longer or been as good a product. So it was very enjoyable, and we actually missed them because we were with them for a year and a half, and now they're off to other things, and we feel like we missed some friends. So
the thing that I love the most about my new home is it's exactly what I had pictured in my head, with the exception for the view. The view is beyond what I thought we were going to get when we did groundbreaking, and but we started with just a few pictures. We're both engineers, so we know what we like when we see it, but we cannot put those things together. So it was good to have professionals to help us from just a handful of pictures, develop our dream home.
And for me, the mechanicals, being able to trust the house, to know we have, good products that'll last our lifetime, it brings us peace of mind, I think. Project manager, first of all, I believe he was up at 5 every day, because he answered all my emails before I woke up, usually around 6, which, gives you a good feeling that he has the work ethic and is less likely to miss things, because I've been lightly involved in construction and know there are a lot of things that have to be done in order. And he was very knowledgeable in that, of course. But just the ability to call him or to text him and ask him about things that I was concerned about, like we talked about a single versus a dual air conditioning system, the generator. If he didn't know it, he would get me in touch with the trades so we could discuss that. So it was just a lot of peace of mind in being able to count on him.
So the air quality and the Green Plus certifications were really important to us, because all 3 of us have some degree of asthma issues, and so it was really important to not have a home or furniture that would outgas while we lived in it. So the other thing that I thought was really helpful was they also walked through the resale value on having a certified home, and also talked to us about the use of like an induction oven versus a gas oven, so we would make smart choices for our health and our family.
We added the entryway rug recently, and we noticed it doesn't smell.
Yeah.
And you notice it when it does, but you don't notice it when it doesn't. But it's really great.
It is
fantastic
to us for lung health and
Yep.
pulmonary health. We had heard of aging in place because we have parents that have had to modify their bathrooms to accommodate the aging in place. So we were aware of it, and this is our retirement home. This is our dream home, and so we were very conscious in wanting something that would accommodate us for the rest of our lives.
We've taken advantage of Livingstone's maintenance program, so we have someone coming every month to ensure that we understand how to maintain the home. And even though we've had several homes, everyone's new and different. The other is, as I mentioned before, the mechanicals that we chose and the systems that we chose were really the highest quality, and so we know that those are going to be they're going to last a long time, and they'll be able to be maintained well.
There's one thing in addition, for ease of maintenance of the home, and is cleaning. I mean, we selected finishes on our shower doors that minimize the cleaning. We selected grouts and tile. Everything that we select, our cooktop on our stove, it's just far easier to clean as well as maintain.
The flooring?
Yeah, the flooring.
Really...
Everything is so much easier to clean and maintain from that perspective.
What we appreciated the most was just the interaction with the build manager and our designer, and the fact that we trusted them. They understood what we wanted to accomplish, and they took steps every day to make sure that occurred, whether it was choosing between different products, or how we designed or how they designed the home. So it was just nice to be able to trust from that far away that I didn't have to come up every week or every month even, and we knew that it would be done the way we wanted it to be done.
I would say that we have no regrets. One of the things that I really appreciated as well, beyond the collaboration that Ron mentioned, is also transparencies as items arose, whether it was Helene and the setbacks there, or even a product getting a recall and having to adjust and go to a different product. That transparency really engendered a lot of trust with us and their team. So we have no regrets. We started out with just a folder with some pictures from the internet, and we were able to loosely convey that we wanted something light, airy, and that the view, you were drawn to the view outside. Our experience in working with ID.ology through the design and build process was we were able to loosely convey a vision, and ID.ology was able to nail that vision down, provide us with choices, but not so many to be overwhelming, to actually enable our vision to be accomplished. So I think we've stated before that we're both engineers, and we're both, so design is not our strong point. And so it was really nice to be able to sit down with somebody and say, give us three choices, and those, once she got us, she ran with it, and so our vision was actualized, and we couldn't be happier. The design process that ID.ology had that exceeded our expectation was just starting with a kickoff on, designing every room. So the fact that they were so detailed, and we were so well informed, and had we had 3D models of what our house was going to look like. It gave us a lot of comfort that our vision was going in the right direction, and so there really weren't any surprises at the end of the day on what this house would look like, other than it looks better than we ever thought that it could. It looks better than the pictures in my design folder.
Because they would provide 3D models with colors, examples of furniture. So they, for every room, for the cabinets, so we knew what it was supposed to look like, instead of just seeing different swatches and those type of things.
And there were also design review milestones. So, we had the initial kickoff, and then we had updates along the way. And so that initial kickoff meeting that we had with the whole team, it wasn't just ID.ology, because what we selected there impacted the build as well. The process really helped move the build along, and helped us really be able to see what we were going to get as a final product. What stands out to me as far as eco-friendly and from a health perspective, the products that were selected is, as we walked through even furniture selections, we selected items that did not outgas, were made from sustainable materials, and even the fireplace and the cooktop, we talked about what would be friendliest on the environment, as well as the environment in our home to our health. So what I appreciated the most about working with ID.ology and our designer is we had some very specific constraints. She understood that we wanted to live in a healthy environment. She understood the vision, and she understood that we had cost constraints. And so one of the things that I thought was really smart of Laura and Sean and the whole team was when they assigned our ID.ology representative and they assigned our Livingstone Build representative, we had two very disciplined people who updated us daily, multiple times a day. So we knew what that cost box looked like. And, they knew that we were monitoring. They knew that as things went up and down, we were watching for that. And then they also looked for cost reduction through the process, which was hugely appreciated by us, that they were always looking for something that could be a cost reduction as we went through the build.
They matched our personalities.
Yeah.
So they went well with us.
One of the things that we really appreciated about ID.ology was their design review process. They had, top-level milestones as well as lower-level milestones. So from both a macro and a micro level, we had a better understanding of what our home was going to look like.
The co-construct product and the ability to have that view into the build process can't be, it can't be overstated how great that was for us or for me, because we were so far away.
And the ID.ology they were linked to co-construct as well. So any updates from a design perspective, that was translated through that tool as well. We would absolutely recommend ID.ology for anybody seeking interior design solutions for their home, whether it's a new build, a renovation, whether you just need an update to your interior design. They have a professional staff that can really help you not make mistakes in your interior design. Our experience in visiting the Atelier showroom, I love that store. I love the products that they carry. It's a nice place that you can get very large kind of legacy pieces like your couch and things like that. But then there are other smaller pieces that can personalize and customize your home that they carry as well. And so I have been there quite a few times. It's a relationship that we have not stopped, and we will continue to update our home with Atelier products. The experience from the delivery and installation of our products that we received from Atelier Maison was one that we actually could not believe. It was amazing. We had 2 days of moving, and we come to a home that's furnished and set up that we could just move into our house that night. It was something that I could not have imagined. Everything was clean, everything was put away, everything was installed just beautifully. I would recommend Atelier Maison to my friends and family, and I already have. So I love that store. I just can't believe we have this home. I can't believe that we're lucky enough that we get to live in this home, and it's exactly what we wanted. And we have everything about the design draws you out to the view, and it's comfortable, it's light and airy. Everything that we wanted, we have in this home.